This is for Nulu Mykushla from Melbourne Musos Facebook Live. Just come to hand us the news that a cat has been seen laughing at an old amusement park sliding into the sea. The cat, known as the Ginger Flash, has spent near 2 decades pissing on a desiccated coconut, never one to take a backward step. Ginger Flash has come out of retirement to deliver a serve at the shit cat food currently being delivered up by the current dish lickers. We now cross to the office of the French ambassador, Claude Balls, receiving the news from his Australian counterpart, Sir Dazza the Love Rat, that the French are shit out of luck.
Quite remarkable.
The dirty bastard, Scotty! He lied to us!
Yes, sir.
I don't think I know! Ambassador Balls, Le Dazza the Love Rat is here to see you about the submarine deal.
Show him in.
Ambassador Dazza the Love Rat.
We will cross back to the French palace as soon as the staff have dried their Claude balls.
How's everyone tonight? My name is Chris Quinlan. Welcome to Melbourne Musos Facebook Live, the Kung Fu version. Ooh, what a week, what a week. Hey. Politics, the gift that keeps on giving, like herpes. My job tonight is to make you laugh, I hope. And with that, I'm going to go on with a few of the things that I like to go on about, namely drums. I've got the mallet in hand today. I would like to talk about some scales, or one scale in particular, I suppose, tonight. I've already done it last week, the pentatonic scale. And as you can hear, I am doing a little bit of a Chinese zither. One of the things about Chinese culture and Chinese music is that their tonal center, in our Western system we have the major and minor scales and all that, but in China they have the pentatonic scale, which is the center of our rock and roll. And I explained it last week. We have the major and minor pentatonics. I won't go into that again because I did it last week and I like continuity. What I would like to do now is give you a little bit of an insight into some of the things that you can actually do when you're actually creating space. And like the calm before the storm. Tongue in cheek. Wax on, wax off. here. Ooh, and I'm going to take these out for a little bit now. I'll come back to that. And what we've got now is angles around the drums, you see. Now, one of the things you want to do, oh, wax on, wax off, yeah. Oh, you go this way. Up the other way. Go that way. When you're actually playing around the drums, what you can do is you can work on different angles and things. I've talked about this in the past, but now I'm going to do different things. Hey. That is a diagonal. That is a double stroke roll. That is Siamese triangles. There you have it. So what I'm going to do now is going to do two triangles, you see. I'm going to do one this way. I'm going to do the other one the other way. Ooh, a bit of a mind bender. So when I'm doing this, single stroke roll, why not I overlay some rudimental things. Yeah. Can you see what's going on there? You've got Siamese triangles. You see there's two brothers, and then now what you can do, let's talk about four things. You have a star, you got one drum. This is in my book, the grade 2 book, and also in my book, Angles Around the Drums, Shameless Plugging. That's a star. Line is 2 points. Triangle is 3. Ah. That was a square of dill. Let's get it going. Then the square crisp. Why not? Do things in different ways, like I might do a triangle. Notice that with the left hand, I'm putting in double taps. Try a line with the left hand. Double it up. Square. Triangle. See what's going on? See what's happening? There you go. So what happens is that you can have 4 things if you like. You can have the star, 1 drum, a line is 2, a triangle is 3, and a square is 4. And then you go. long line there, see? Triangle here. Hey. And what I'm doing there is the hemiola, 3 against 2 polyrhythm. Counterpoint, which I mentioned 2 weeks ago. I like continuity, that's why I'm mentioning it again. And in counterpoint, you have the species. And at the moment, species to cecies. Come on, target practice. And there it is there. You see, what goes on is that as you build things up, you could start something very simple, like, let's just try a 2 feel. I don't know, what do you want me to do? Line left hand. Triangle. What you can do is just sort of start building up. It just starts out like this. And then L shape. Back in my day, what would happen is that you would have Ted Reed's syncopation book. Most of my students, when I don't use it anymore, I use my own books, of course, but what happened? When the kids started saying, are you going to pull out that stinkopation again? I figured, it's had its day. You've had your day, mate.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he's had his day. Dumb. But anyway, what happens is with syncopation, they had the accent exercises at the end. And dear old H, okay, would say, okay, if it's a right-hand accent, floor tone. If it's a left-hand accent, high tone. And this is your 4-piece inside the humongous piece. And what happens is you get that, oh, remember one, there's triplets. There you go, so it was all L-shaped, you see? Okay. And that's what go on. That's what would go on with that particular book. You'd just be at it forever. The old Stinkopation book was a workbook. It wasn't a teaching book. Okay, you needed your teacher to take you through it. And if you went through it in the most basic ways, you know, you'd be on it, you'd get all your reading going and everything else that was happening. But then the chap who took over from the Dave Brubeck quartet, who took over from Joe Morello, was Professor, if you don't mind, umpire Alan Dawson, who came up with something like 45 different ways to use that book. You know, some ways that Ted Reed, the man himself, said, ooh, I didn't think about that. And so you'd be on that book for years doing, all right, now do it around the toms, now do this, flam them, you know, the silence of the flams. And what happens is you'd start to flam the accents. And do the simple fact of just splitting the splitting your rudiments, you see. Because if you say you've got a flam accent, right? For those who don't know, it's a triplet. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a flam, 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 flam. There you go. See, that's what goes on. Get it? Got it? Good. There you go. So that's what goes on. Now, when you're doing around the drums, what you can do is take some basic material and start to turn it into solo material. For this, I might put the zither back on. And that, you know, that lends space. I hope it's not illegal to hit a China cymbal. Roll double. Take out the hi-hat. Thank you very much. There you are. Hey. So what goes on is that what I'm trying to do here is a bit of a multi-layered lesson, as I usually do. You've got your getting around the drums business, but then you can split it off doing different things. And if you just think of just angles, you can overlay the vertical and the horizontal, which I've talked about before. What starts to happen, if I'm going to do, say a calypso, got that? So what happens is there's, if you want to think about it, it's 3, 3, and 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. One of the most used rhythms, it's the world rhythm. Go to a different country and it's got a different name. And that's where we're all connected, the world over, you see. And some of these names you don't want to say in the wrong country, otherwise you'll get into a bit of strife. And what happens is that you want to try and get that. Why not? Can you hear the accents there? But I'm spreading. I'm doing a bit of a wax on, wax off, grasshopper. So. is I've got the accents. And then what I've got, that's the vertical. And when I'm going the horizontal, I can put it together. Ooh, a bit of a mind twister, mind bender there. And then there's the Clint Eastwood style of drumming where a man's got to know his limitations. Maybe just a square. Adjust the accents with the left hand. So what we've got is a couple of different things I'm trying to get across to you here. There's the calypso. I've talked about the pentatonic there. I'll put it back in. And what you can have is... Signed her up to the union. She wants a $250 minimum fee. Now I'm going to give it to her. Ah, there you go. I suppose I better start wrapping the show up, hadn't I? Ooh, hey, ooh. Ooh, that's the Chinese zither there. The central plank of Chinese musical tonality is our very own pentatonic that so many of you will be using tonight in your gigs. And angles around the drums. Wax on, wax off, grasshopper.
It'll be like throwing a handful of toothpicks at a mountain.
Thank you very much. Oh, I'm going to be out of here now. I'm going to keep it nice and short. short. Did you get everything? Pentatonic scales, angles around the drums. You've got 4 main angles, really. You've got the star, the line, the triangle, and the square. And then you've got add your pentatonics. You try and do your... Split them up and work out what you want to do, and you'll be there forever. Fantastic stuff. My name's Chris Quinlan. Thank you for watching. And I would like to dedicate this show to dear Bert Newton. What an entertainer he was. Melbourne's favourite son, must be. Out of here. Hey! I'll have this up tomorrow. Go have a beer, stay warm. It's a miserable day. Hey!
It was like a cut rock. It was like a cut rock.